Ever since the hit movie Back to the Future was released in 1985, companies and individual inventors have raced to develop hovering and flying personal transportation devices. Though some have failed to deliver the dream, here are 8 hoverboards and hoverbikes that actually get some air. When the first video of this invention appeared on the internet, some people just couldn't believe it was real. But it is. It's the Flyboard Air from French jet ski champion Frank Zapata and Zapata Racing. Having previously developed the hugely popular original Flyboard, a similar-looking water-powered craft, Zapata Racing has taken a major step forward with the Flyboard Air prototype. This marvel of engineering can achieve 10 minutes of self-controlled flight at altitudes of up to 10,000 feet with a top speed of just over 92 miles per hour. That's 3 times higher than the world's tallest building. The Flyboard Air operates using 4 joystick-controlled jet turbine engines with a backpack fuel tank. Along with the rider's balancing ability, an onboard computer helps stabilize the platform during flight. On April 2, 2016, off the coast of France, Zapata shattered the Guinness World Record for the farthest hoverboard flight. With the record to beat set at 275.9 meters, Zapata flew the Flyboard Air an astonishing 2,252.4 meters in a single flight. Though the Flyboard Air was originally intended to highlight the company's abilities, public excitement has led them to consider making a commercial version. If you're wondering who held the record before Zapata, check out this amazing do-it-yourself creation, the Omni Hoverboard. 5 years in the making by Canadian Alexander Duru, the Omni started out with not much more than a propeller and motor strapped to a piece of wood. Finally ending up as an 8-propeller configuration on a carbon fiber frame, the Omni Hoverboard really gets some air moving. Speaking of DIY solutions, speed and altitude are actually controlled by squeezing a joystick made from a pair of pliers. After years of hard work and testing, Duru has successfully demonstrated how well the Omni Hoverboard really works. According to an April 2016 article from Popular Science, Duru and his team are now developing a second prototype that's sleeker, more powerful, and safe enough for an eager public to fly. Stay tuned. The fastest way to a really cool invention is to tell an engineer it can't be done. That's the story behind Flyke, a flying tricopter that could usher in a whole new method of personal transportation. Though most experts believe that drone technology would never be powerful enough to carry a person, the wizards at Hungarian nonprofit Bay Zoltán have blown the skeptics away. In less than a year, their flight team took Flyke from the drawing board to its first manned flight at Miskolc Airfield in northeast Hungary. Resembling a cross between a motorcycle and an oversized drone, the Flyke will require a pilot's ultralight license. By Gravity, a new company formed by the creators, says the prototype is capable of 15 to 20 minutes of hover flight or 30 to 40 minutes of cruise flight. In a recent short test flight, Flyke was able to demonstrate stable hovering and maneuvering capabilities. A beautifully designed commercial model is now under development, featuring fly-by-wire technology for a nearly effortless flying experience. More than one company is getting into the flying bike concept. Check out AeroX from AeroFX Company in Manhattan Beach, California. The AeroX is set to take flight with consumers sometime in 2017. Unlike some competing hoverbike designs, this next-generation marvel can accommodate 2 riders as long as its weight limit of 310 pounds is not exceeded. With a 75-minute flying time on a full tank of fuel, the AeroX will be capable of speeds up to 72 miles per hour at a maximum cruising altitude of 10 feet. 2 powerful carbon fiber rotors allow for smooth vertical takeoff and landing. According to Aerofx, with only about 2 weeks of training, riders can control the AeroX much the same way as riding a motorcycle. In addition to providing a totally cool way of getting here and there, the company envisions the AeroX being used for disaster relief, search and rescue, border patrol, and more. While that's all very important, we'd love to have one, just to show off. Ready for something that actually looks like a hoverboard? This is the Hendo hoverboard from Arx Packs LLC. Though several hoverboard makers claim theirs is the first real hoverboard, Hendo's traditional design and real hovering ability makes the argument as well as anyone. Hendo looks and rides exactly the way a respectable hoverboard should. That is, as long as there's a magnetically conductive surface underneath, such as copper or aluminum. Hendo works like a maglev train, using opposing magnetic fields to achieve levitation. Regardless of how they do it, Hendo works great. Hendo rides exactly like a skateboard. Just a little push and you're off. Inventors Greg and Jill Henderson began their project on Kickstarter, raising over $500,000 toward their goal of partnering with tech-savvy individuals to find innovative ways to use their amazing hover engines. In the meantime, their evolving hoverboard products are still the company's main draw. Even skateboard legend Tony Hawk has helped design a version. If it's good enough for Tony, then it's both thumbs up for the Hendo. Lexus chief engineer Haruhiko Tanahashi believes there is no such thing as impossible. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it. After seeing our next item in action, we believe it. Meet Slide, a real hoverboard from the Lexus Corporation. Though you won't find one at the store anytime soon, Slide's technology definitely opens the door to the future. Like the Hendo hoverboard, the Lexus Slide employs magnetic levitation, with one big difference. Intensely cold liquid nitrogen is used to cool superconducting materials within the board, creating an even more intense repellent force between the board and the track. While we don't claim to fully understand all the scientific jargon, the result, simply put, is tremendously cool. Lexus has created an entire skateboard park dedicated to showing off their hoverboard and its capabilities. Maybe someday there will be a hoverboard park in every city. To that we say, bring it on! While maglev hoverboards are great, like the saying goes, you can't take it with you. They only operate when used above highly specialized surfaces. Not so with our next item, the amazing HoverBoard. This amazing board is so awesome we've now twice featured it on Freeze HD. The HoverBoard works pretty much anywhere, for anyone. That is, as long as you don't weigh over 243 pounds, which is the HoverBoard's weight limit. 36 electric ducted fans and motors provide an unbelievable 203,000 watts of power for an intense 3-minute joyride. An extended version increases the flight time to 6 minutes by cutting the weight limit to 176 pounds. Aerospace-grade composite materials give the HoverBoard a lightweight but stiff and resilient structure, and a built-in stabilization system makes it stable as a rock during flight. If you think the HoverBoard is awesome so far, wait until you hear this. Using Bluetooth technology, the HoverBoard can actually be controlled from a smartphone using an iOS or Android app. As you move the phone with your hand, the HoverBoard will replicate your hand movements. Say hello to that! The HoverBoard is the first commercially available hoverboard. Yes, you can actually buy this thing, if you happen to have $15,000. Colin Furs, the popular YouTube inventor and overall mad genius, is at it again. Known for building some of the world's wildest homemade inventions like his fireworks Death Star, the famous flame-throwing guitar, and his totally insane jet cart, he's now taken his act to the air with a hoverbike. Challenged by his YouTube subscribers to build something that flies, this is the result. Yes, guys, that's a homemade hoverbike, and it definitely flies. Colin's YouTube channel has over 3 million subscribers, and this video alone has been viewed over 12 million times. But in case you've been living under a rock and haven't seen it, click on the link below to enter his mad world.